Welcome back to Greg Plays Games. If this is actually your first time, consider subscribing to the channel. I make weekly video game content predominantly focused on Nintendo, but there's some PlayStation games mixed in here and there. But today I have 5 Smash Brother characters, ideas for Smash Brothers characters for the final character for the game. Let me make sure I get one more character in there. So to start out the video, I'm going to talk about the thumbnail character, Tom Nook. This channel has a history of propagating false Animal Crossing narratives, so let's double down on that. And I think that one of the final characters could be Tom Nook. I haven't heard or really seen anyone talk about this as a potential character, but I mean, honestly, all character predictions are really just speculation, and it's, you know, people picking who they think it could be based off of circumstances. But I think, you know, we haven't really gotten a Nintendo character, so I think that more likely than not, this final character will be a Nintendo character. And what better character to include than, you know, one of their best-selling titles in Animal Crossing. I will admit, I think that the crossover between the Animal Crossing players and Smash Brothers players might be pretty minimal, but I think it would be really cool of them to include another Animal Crossing character. They have Isabelle and the various villagers, so I feel like, you know, this could be an interesting character to include. Tom Nook is kind of the poster child of Animal Crossing in a lot of ways, along with Isabelle, but more so Tom Nook. So I think it'd be a really cool character. I don't really know what his moveset would be since they kind of just have him behind the desk. But it would be kind of interesting. This isn't another character idea, but just, you know, kind of a side note. It'd be really cool if they did Timmy and Tommy in the vein of Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers is really the only 2-character combo in the game, I think. Maybe other than the Pikmin characters, but Timmy and Tommy as a duo for Super Smash Brothers could be really cool and interesting, and also kind of questionable what their moveset would be, but you know, I'm not here to talk about movesets. I'm here to talk about Smash Brothers characters. So next on the list, I wanted to get out of the way Master Chief. A lot of people were talking about Master Chief possibly being a character. I think this would be insane if they did add Master Chief. I don't think it's likely. I think that Nintendo and Microsoft have done a really good job of representing Microsoft characters with Banjo, the Cuphead costumes. Master Chief is definitely a signature video game main character, so it would be really cool to have him represented, but I don't know. I don't see the fit. I mean, it's all purely based off of opinion. But I don't know. I don't know if this is the right fit. I guess that they have Snake in there, which, I mean, definitely doesn't seem like would be the right fit. But, yeah, I don't really necessarily know that it'll be Master Chief. I really think that they'll lean more towards Nintendo characters. But I wanted to at least mention it because it would be really crazy, even though I'm not a huge Halo fan, if they did get Master Chief in the game. Next on the list, I have Toad, or even possibly Captain Toad. Actually, probably not Captain Toad, because his whole thing in Captain Toad is that he can't jump, and obviously Smash characters will need to jump, so Toad will actually be my final answer. It would be kind of cool if they included Captain Toad, but I mean, Toad is really like you know, he's not really represented other than taking the blows for Princess Peach in the game, and he is definitely a main Mario character. You know, you can even play as him in different 2D Mario games, 3D Mario games, so it almost seems too obvious in a way to include Toad. In most other games, his focus is speed, so he would obviously be a speedy character, probably lower hit damage, but great mobility. Maybe not best recovery, because that would also kind of align with how he plays in at least Super Mario 3D World, but I think Toad definitely should be represented. I think that there should be more Mario character representation in a way. They have all the main characters except for Toad. They even have Daisy represented. So it almost seems like too obvious of a choice, but I kind of hope that it is Toad in a way. Next up, I have actually another non-Nintendo character possibility, which is Rayman from Rayman Legends, or the Rayman series. I actually don't even necessarily know what studio does Rayman. I think it is Microsoft owned, so it would sort of align with the recent Nintendo and Microsoft collaborations we've seen. And he is definitely a all-time 3D platformer mascot, or even 2D platformer mascot. So it would be kind of cool to see those characters represented. Like, we have Mario, we have Sonic, we have Banjo. So it would be really cool to see Rayman in the game. I'm not a huge fan of those games, but I definitely do have a fondness of memory for him as a character, especially on the GameCube 3D games. But last on the list is a new Pokemon character based off of one of the two new Pokemon, or well, I guess there's the Diamond and Pearl remakes and Legends Arceus, which is coming out. There is a decent representation of Pokemon in the game, but it is such a widely popular franchise. A little more representation definitely wouldn't hurt, especially as they're trying to push this new Pokemon Arceus game, as well as the remakes for that matter too. So it would really align with Nintendo representing their own characters, and also align with just from a marketing timeline standpoint of wanting to get that character represented. So in all likelihood, I definitely am leaning towards a Nintendo character. Who that Nintendo character is, who actually knows? Nintendo has, I feel like, done a really good job of surprising us with their character releases, and it's never who you actually expect it to be. So I actually highly doubt it is anyone on this list that I mentioned. I think it'll be someone completely out of left field, someone that we never would have guessed. I really think that they'll, do something special for this final character, especially since that Smash Ultimate community has such a strong following and such a diehard fan base. I would love to know who you guys think the next character would be, so drop me a comment who your prediction is. If I had to pick one character off of my list, I think the most likely choice is Toad. I would obviously prefer it to be Tom Nook, but I'm definitely leaning towards a Nintendo character. So thank you for checking out the video. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Consider liking the video if you haven't, and if you've made it this far, please consider subscribing if you aren't already. Since you made it this far, just a few touch points for the channel. We are getting really close to 100 subs. We hit the 90 mark finally, which is super exciting. I really hope that we can hit 100 subs by the end of the month. I think it's going to be possible. So if you are this far and haven't subscribed, definitely consider it so we can hit that 100 sub milestone. Not that it really means anything to anyone, but it is exciting to see those triple digits. Also, you guys may notice I'm beginning to upload shorter clips to YouTube too. I think I'm going to start prefacing all of my videos with a little sneak peek of what to expect. So you guys may have noticed the NES video going up earlier this week. This video should be up Wednesday, unless the Nintendo Direct is announced for Wednesday. Then this will be up on Tuesday, just because I kind of want to get in front of that, because I do think that Smash Brothers will be represented in that Direct. Anyways, thanks for checking out the video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.